Hello friends, in the last lecture we have seen raising the custom exception, and lecture I am going like I will be handling exception for other APIs. And before going to implement it, we should not talk repository from directly in the control. So I am going to create one more service under user service. So this is class user service. I am going to annotate this with the @service. I will be copying the methods from the user repo, all the methods. I'll delete the implementation, friends. User service, and I will declare a variable private user repo. Spring wanted to we wanted Spring to inject this variable, so I am going to make it as auto void, and this is a Spring component, so I made it as the service. Next, I will be using user repo to get all users. Next, I am going to get user method. I deleted complete implementation. Now user dot get user. Okay, user repo dot copy this. User repo dot get user. Pass the ID. Don't return directly. Here I will be taking one temporary variable. Here I will be doing a check. Instead of doing all this check, I have moved the common code like this code. What to the user helper? What I'll be doing? I'll be checking this user helper is not equal to null, double equal to null through exception. This I am going to repeat multiple times. So I am instead of repeating multiple times, I put under user service helper class. So I can call that function user service helper dot check user and pass the user. This function checks for user is present or not. If user is not present, which means user is null, it throws an exception. If user not null, then below statement will be executed. Here I will return user. Even for create user also, I'm deleting the default implementation. I will be calling this user repo dot pass the user. This function is returning variable, saving this variable under saved user. Saved user. Here also I will be checking whether user null or not equal to null. To check that, I am calling this function check user and finally returning the saved user. Saved user. And going for other implementation, delete also. Delete also I will be returning user, and I will be change the implementation over there the user repo. Delete, pass the ID. Instead of returning success or fail, let me return user. Deleting the user we are returning. This user we have deleted. We are not deleting any user, return null. Here also we take the variable into temporary user, deleted user. Here also we can do check user is really present, deleted or not. We have really deleted, return deleted user. Next for update also same friend. Delete the implementation from here, call the user repo, update user. Here direct update user. Let me make it as user, full user. Go to the implementation. Instead of returning success or failure, return the updated user. Here also return null, as we are not updated any user. Return user. Come here, change it user. Here also save the value into temporary variable user, updated user, the updated user. Do the same thing here also, whether really updated or not. Return the updated user. And user controller having some compile time errors. And anyways, we are not going to use user repo. Now we are going to talk with user service. Private user service. This is not a user repo. Refactor it. Rename user service. Continue. We are getting some compile time exceptions here. Okay. User. And we put check here. We don't need to do any check here. We can directly return here. We can simply return from here. Don't need to have any variable. We have handled exception for all the APIs. Have done exception handling for all the APIs. APIs are get user specific user, create user, update user, delete user. Let me start the application and show you. Run as Spring Boot application. It is started now. First I will show you get /4. This user is not present. And before doing it, let me show you how many users are present. Get users. We got 3 users. Let me try to get the 4th user. We got an exception. User not found, 404 error. And instead of 404, 4, let me try for 3. I should get 200 user as well. Yeah, I'm getting. Now let me try to update an user, 4th user, which is not present. Let me try just 404. User 4 is not found, right? It is not there. Let me try to update user 3 with instead of Hyderabad, Bangalore. It was Hyderabad, now I change it to Bangalore. Okay, user is changed to Bangalore. Let me get it. Yeah, user 3 is Bangalore now. Now let me try to delete user which is not present. Delete user 4 is not present, guys. Try to delete. User not found. Let me try to insert a user post, right? I'm going to insert instead of Ram, maybe Vivek. Let me Bangalore 201 successfully accepted. Let me try to get it. We should get Vivek, friends. For Vivek. So we have handled the exception for all the APIs. I handle the exceptions for all the APIs and returning custom messages. how we have done exception handling using REST controller advice at the rate exception, and all the exceptions we are throwing from the service layer. All the exceptions we are throwing from service layer, not from controller. Controller having very limited code now, just one line. All the business logic is moved to service layer. In the service layer, we are going to put if condition, if user not equal, multiple times. Instead of keeping multiple times, we will move that duplicate code to user helper and calling that function user service check user. If user is not found, this check user throws an user not found. Thank you guys.